Welcome to our journey through the Slavic languages, a fascinating family of languages spoken by millions across Europe and beyond. Today we'll explore not just the number of speakers for each of these languages, but also the vast geographical regions they cover. Slavs constitute the largest ethno-linguistic group in Europe. That is a fact that many people don't seem to be aware of. But yes, it is a fact, since a Slavic language is spoken by 32.3% of the population of Europe. The next largest is the Romance languages, with Spanish, French, Italian, Romanian, and Portuguese, as the largest languages in the group. However, the total number of speakers is 31%, slightly less than that of Slavic language speakers. You might be wondering, what about Germanic languages? Well, even when we include English spoken in the UK and Ireland, the total is only 27%. Let's start with Russian, the most widely spoken Slavic language. Russian has around 258 million native speakers. And when we include those who speak it as a second language, that number climbs to 412 million. Russian is spoken over a massive geographical area of 17.1 million square kilometers. Thus, Russian is spoken in a territory stretching from Eastern Europe all the way to the far reaches of Siberia and the Russian Far East. Former Soviet Union countries where Russian still holds significant influence, such as Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, etc., add substantial land area. For instance, Kazakhstan alone is about 2.7 million square kilometers. Thus, the total area for Russian-speaking and Russian-influenced regions is around 21 to 23 million square kilometers. Next, we have Ukrainian and Belarusian, with 32 million native speakers for Ukrainian and about 7 million native speakers for Belarusian. Okay, now, the comments are going to start flowing. Of course, language is a serious issue now in both those countries, but especially in the case of Ukraine. Alleged discrimination against Russian speakers in Ukraine was one excuse Putin used to invade the country. I was in Ukraine and Belarus during the Soviet years in the late 1970s. I am aware of the linguistic landscape in both countries. I particularly noticed the widespread use of Russian on the streets of Kiev and the major cities in Belarus. However, I did have friends in Kiev who always spoke in Ukrainian at home. The clash between Russian authorities and Ukrainian speakers is centuries old. It is my sincere wish that there could be Slavic unity. And in this video, I am talking about areas where any Slavic language is spoken. At this point, I want to say to viewers who are angry at Putin, I really do understand the feelings. But please don't bother to state the ridiculous claim that Russian is not a Slavic language. That is equivalent to saying English is not Germanic because it has a lot of French, Latin, and Greek words. Ukrainian is primarily spoken in Ukraine, covering an area of approximately 603,700 square kilometers, while Belarusian is spoken in Belarus, covering an area of 207,600 square kilometers. Next, we have Polish, with 41 million native speakers and a small additional number of non-native speakers, such as myself. I went to graduate school in Poland from 1979 to 1981 to study Slavic languages in depth. Polish is primarily spoken in Poland, covering an area of approximately 312,700 square kilometers, moving to the heart of Central Europe. The Czech language has around 14 million native speakers and an additional 1.5 million non-native speakers, totaling 15.5 million. Czech is spoken across 78,870 square kilometers. Meanwhile, Slovak, with 5 million native speakers and another million who speak it as a second language, is spoken across 49,040 square kilometers in Slovakia. In the Western Balkans, we find the Serbian, Croatian, and Bosnian, which can be considered variations of one single language. There are 21 million native speakers, plus 4 million non-native speakers, totaling 25 million speakers. This language spreads over an area of about 255,400 square kilometers. Slovene, spoken in Slovenia, has 2.5 million native speakers and 300,000 who speak it as a second language, covering an area of 20,273 square kilometers. Moving to Southeast Europe, Bulgarian is spoken by 8 million native speakers, with an additional 500,000 non-native speakers across an area of 110,994 square kilometers. About 2 million people speak Macedonian, a language some Bulgarians claim to be a dialect of their language. There are other smaller Slavic languages that I didn't mention, but please forgive me, as I am concentrating more on geographic aspect of Slavic languages at a macro level. In total, the Slavic languages have around 563 million speakers globally and cover a vast geographical area of over 18.7 million square kilometers. Russia alone, which is the largest country in the world, covers more than 17 million square kilometers, representing around 1/9 of the Earth's landmass. When combined with the other countries where Slavic languages are spoken, the total area approximates about 1/6 of the Earth's land surface. So while the speakers of Slavic languages do not represent 1/6 of the global population, the languages themselves are spread across a significant portion of the Earth's land area. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of the Slavic languages. Don't forget to subscribe for more insights into the world's most fascinating languages. The clash between Russian authorities and Ukrainian speakers is centuries old. This enduring conflict has deep roots in the historical, cultural, and political landscapes of Eastern Europe. From the times of the Tsarist Empire, where Ukrainian language and identity were often suppressed, to the Soviet era, where policies fluctuated between promotion and repression, the struggle for linguistic and cultural autonomy has been a defining aspect of Ukrainian history. In modern times, this tension has only intensified, as language continues to be a potent symbol of national identity and resistance. The resilience of Ukrainian speakers in preserving their language amidst external pressures is a testament to the enduring spirit of the Ukrainian people. Join us next time as we delve deeper into the intricate histories and stories behind the world's languages. Until then, keep exploring, keep learning, and stay curious.